everyone. Hi. Hope we are all well out there. We've survived another week. Hope we are all okay. It's been a week that's not been too bad. We've had snow, we've had homeschooling, we've had a lot of dog walks. So we've survived another week, and here we are back to doing performing arts. So lovely to be here. Okay, so this week I thought we'd have a bit of a concentration on characters, how we potentially would think of characters going into a new show or into a story or anything like that. So yeah, we'll have a little bit of a focus on characters. So shall we have a bit of warm up? The first thing I thought we could warm up is our faces. Now this is a game where if we were all together we could all interchange and take the lead from each other, but here we are on our videos. What is going to happen is I'm going to create, or I'm going to mould my face or do an expression on my face, and I'm going to throw it out to you guys and you're going to copy it, okay? So let's do the first one and it'll become self-explanatory. I'm going to hide my face and I'm going to put it into a position, and then I'm going to throw it out to you guys and you're going to copy it. Okay, here goes. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so if you've copied that face, it could be someone who's quite shocked or is flabbergasted at what they're seeing, or maybe they're putting on lipstick. So these are all like things and expressions that we could start something with a character. So here's another one. The next one, so cover my face up. I'm going to create a face and throw out to you. 3, 2, 1. There you go. So you could copy that face. It looks quite someone who's quite grumpy, to be honest. Who's quite, yeah, really could be quite not happy, could they? Or they could be in the middle of chewing something really quite tough. So there you go. So we'll do another one, shall we? I'm quite liking these. Here goes. So here's another one for you. 3, 2, 1. So yeah, you could copy that face. So it's someone who's quite shocked, or they could be mid chewing a toffee. Ooh, like that. Or they could be quite angry. Ooh. Or it could be someone's concentration face. I know when you see someone concentrating, writing, they have funny faces that they potentially pull, don't they? So it could be a real good concentration face. They could be painting a picture and really concentrating. So there's a few different faces to really think of how a character can be portrayed through them. Okay, so our next exercise is just to get our brains going. And the first thing I would like you to do is with either arm. I'm going to do it with my left arm. We're just going to draw a circle. Just simply drawing a circle with our arm. Yeah, and we can make it as small as we like, just with our wrists, or we can make it as big as we like. Go as big as we like that. And then with our other arm, or our other hand, we're just going to draw a cross. So there you go, you can draw a cross. And again, we can make it as small as we like. Make it small. Or as big as we like. There we go. Now, here's the tricky bit. We're going to try and do this at the same time. So we've got our circle and we've got our cross. Here goes. So I'm going to start my circle off first. Get that one going. See how I go. Now with my next arm, I'm going to introduce doing a square. It's not as easy as it looks. Well, I don't think I'm making it look easy at all. So we've got our circle and then our cross. It's difficult. Okay. I can't do them at the same time. So I've got my cross. I got my cross. There we go. And then we got our circle. I can't. Oh, I got half. Half. Oh, nearly. And then I'm going to try and swap it over. See if we can do it the other way around. Good luck. I hope you're having a better go at it than me. Here goes. So with this hand now, I'm doing a square. I'm doing a cross. Ooh, I'm doing a cross. Here goes. I'm doing a cross. With this one, I'm doing a circle. So here we go with a circle. And then a cross. Hey! I'm a bit better than the other way round. There we go. Oh, I've lost it again. Right, start again. One more go. Here goes. So we've got a circle and a cross. Hey, seems to work if I'm going a bit slower. Oh, it's difficult. So if you think about it too much, it goes a bit awry. And I think sometimes that's what we need to think like if we're creating characters. Not to think about things too much and just go with a good instinct to create a character. So our big task for today is we're going to create a character. A bit on paper, but also we can think about it physically. So what I would like you to do is, if you can, on here, is create like a bit of a template of a character without putting too much on it, so not making it obviously male or female, because we're going to add all those characteristics to it. And again, ideally, if we were all in a room, I would do this on a big massive piece of paper so we could all add our ideas into it. But I thought actually this could be something we can do in our videos, so you can create your own characters at home. And all you need is, and you can use a bigger piece of paper than this, and just do a template of a character. And we're going to add in loads and loads of different aspects to it. So I'll leave you there. If you can go and get a piece of paper and a pen, that would be absolutely brilliant. Okay, so hopefully you will have drawn a template like this, okay? And on now, what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna put my glasses on first. We're gonna have a little think of things we can make put onto our piece of paper to create a character. And first of all, we're gonna be thinking of maybe external things. So all the outside characteristics, and that could be what they're wearing. So maybe I'm going to do a list for you now of different things, and you can maybe jot these down, and then we're going to put them all onto our piece of paper. So our list could be clothing. What are they wearing? Where do they live? So we've got clothing. Where do they live? What do they like to eat? What they don't like to eat? What else could we put? If they've got any pets? If they've got anything unusual about their bodies, any birthmarks, or do they wear glasses? All the external stuff of the characteristics, how old they are would be a good one. And what else could we put? So we've got definitely their clothes, how old they are, any sort of characteristics on them, whether they're wearing glasses, any birthmarks, do they have really long nails or bitten nails, anything that you, when you look at them, that you can develop, okay? So I'm going to leave you there if you pause the video, and what I would like you to do is, and I'm going to do the same, would write around our template some of those characteristics, okay? So I'm going to leave you now and pause that and see if you can put that onto your template, okay? So see you in a minute. So I've gone away and I've created around our template a character. So all our characters will be completely different, which is the absolute joy of doing something like this. Now, I don't know whether you can see, my drawings are not great, but you will get the feel of it. I'll talk you through who I've created so far. Okay, so this is Cyril Edward Partridge, okay? That's who I've decided it is. And he's 76 years old, so he's an older gentleman. And physically, I've tried to, like I say, draw it on, but it doesn't matter about your drawing skills. You're probably a lot better than me. He's got like, not much hair, let's say. He's got a bit around the sides, but not too much on the top. He wears glasses now, and I've not made him completely smiley, but he's not an absolute grump, but he's quite straight in how he approaches things. He's very straight down the line. I've tried to create that on his face. He likes wearing a waistcoat, always likes to be smart, with a tie, but a waistcoat is his thing. Makes him feel good. He's got a pet dog. That's who he lives with, his pet dog there. I've named the dog Alf. So yes, that's his buddy in life. He's a Yorkshireman. He lives in Yorkshire, in Huddersfield to be precise. And he's got no family, and he lives at home with Alf. His friends are Bessie and Charles. They're very good friends of his, and he's known them all his life. He grew up with them. That's what I was thinking. And he hasn't got a job now. He's a retired toy maker. So in his working life, he created toys. So that's what I've got so far for Cyril Edward Partridge. So hopefully you've got a character out there that we've fleshed out a bit of the external characteristics. Now we're going to have a little think of the internal feelings and different things to do with our character. So what I would like you to think about now, and you can jot these around your template, are their likes and dislikes. I was going to say he then, because that's who I've created, but you will have, I don't know who you've got. I'd love to see who you've created, but with your character, what are their likes and what are their dislikes? I've mentioned friends on mine. So who are their friends? Who are their enemies? What are their opinions on things? You could write a few opinions. What are their motivations? You know, what motivates them in the day? You know, is it to like, oh, their neighbour drives them absolute crazy, so their motivation is to annoy their neighbour every morning? Or their motivation is to make people happy when they see them? So let's think of different motivations for the characters. Do they have a secret? That's a good one for a character. Do they have a secret? And what are their dreams? What do they dream that they could do one day? Or, yes, so there's another little list of things that we can create for our character. So I'm going to say pause now, and you can flesh out your character, and we'll come back in a minute to see what we've both done. Okay, pause. Okay, so I hope you've been able to think more about the inner side, the inner workings of your character that you're creating. So I will fill you in on the gaps that I have put forward for our Cyril here. So Cyril Edward Partridge. Okay, so he likes, I've written them down, I don't know whether you can see, and I think they come through looking backwards the way that I'm filming it, but here goes. So he likes cowboy films. He loves a cowboy film. You can watch a cowboy film any time of the day or night. He dislikes noisy children. Not happy with the noisy children. He likes peace and quiet. His enemy, he does have an enemy. The enemy to him is the local shop owner. Okay? And his motivation in life is to design the biggest jigsaw in the world. That's what motivates him. So even though he's a retired toy maker, he has a good motivation there. And his dream is to win the top prize in toy inventing. So he's still, even though he's retired, he has a good brain that works there. And he's really got a focus that he would like to, whether he does anything about his dream, who knows? Because that's the beauty of creating these characters and where we put them in our stories. But the dream would be to win the top prize in toy inventing, okay? And a secret for Cyril, he loves Bessie. So his friends were Bessie and Charles. But secretly, Cyril loves Bessie. So just with fleshing out and deciding on those different questions that you give to a character, there's loads of different stories or plays or this character being put into a performance. There's so much to dig deep in. Dig deep in? Yeah, when we're looking at the character, to dig deep and use that to create the character, and that's what I love doing with characters. So I'm quite liking Cyril. I'd like to develop him, and if we were all in a room now, all our characters would be able to meet each other, which would be really exciting, and see what world we could create. So one day we might be able to do that, hopefully. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. So there we go. That was our third week of performing arts. Hope you had a nice time thinking about different characteristics, and yeah, I will see you next time. See you later. Bye.